When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So the Florida Gators offense will go on the attack first. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of...
Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good bounds, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The sure hands. It's Montgomery.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Oh, a lot of space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Pocket breaking down. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he rolls into the house. The inside handoff. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
This BYU offense set up with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Now the play fake. He's got the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Off play action. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They got off to a flying start, a touchdown on that opening drive, and now an opportunity to build on this lead. Hard running there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
To throw, it's Holstein. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He'll throw it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Defensive coordinators draw up all these blitzes, and then you got a guy like that, and he just can roll, and he can get out of things. He's a magician, just pops out of things.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Gators back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right back to the well. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Alexander. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Wilson to pass. Gets open down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Old Dominion. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. He'll do it himself. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. After run, now throw. That's reeled in. It's Phillips. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wilson will throw. They'll run the screen. And he's still running after the move. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Just enough time to get off one more snap. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll trim the deficit to 15. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Oh, what a move. Got the 1st down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes the catch. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. BYU has this offense clicking. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Hudson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive.
Makes a grab for a big play. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Snagged in the middle. It's Abrams. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Perry. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense will find different ways to get their backs involved. It's not just tailbacks, but how about the fullback there? He makes a catch just for a few yards to help keep this drive going.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Sawyer. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Throws for the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. To the ground with the back. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Under fire. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Calls his own number. Quick step and go. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Bust through behind his pad. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Offense working from the pistol. Wilson to pass. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough. And you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Flying out to the left. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going. for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on
breaks into the open. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. To the air, it's Holstein. He's got the back in the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Gators come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
The Gators looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now on first down from the 40. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll keep it on the ground. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wilson will throw. Finds his big tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. He's taking the deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Quarterback will keep it. Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. This is what an elite team does. They